everybody out on the floor stops.
Now they throw it away. Pfizer tried to call timeout before he got across the line. They say he didn't get it. An intelligent try by Marcus Pfizer, but they say the foot hit the floor and back to it before he called the timeout.
Well, the official, Bill Kennedy, in perfect position to make that call. And take a look at the shooting in the second half. Kansas starting to light it up a bit.
Jayhawks have opened a 9-point lead, and they have the ball. 13 minutes to play. Marlon London was open, didn't look for the shot. Chenoweth down low, will. Turnaround jumper, won't go. Chenoweth showing a little more aggression.
That time it was Drew Gooden getting his hand on the ball along with Nick Bradford.
Hershey on the move, won't go. Paul Shirley. Tough rebound for Iowa State. Tinsley has got Pfizer down there for the stuff.
Now, how does the power forward go from one rim to the other rim and be the first guy down there? Running the middle of the floor. He doesn't go out and fan out and fill a lane. He breaks the middle of the floor, beat everybody on the floor that time.
Pfizer has 7-point lead, Kansas. Gooden for 3.
Probably going to be a good three-point shooter by the time his college days are over. You see him watching the shoot-arounds in the practice before the game, gradually starting to step out on the floor.
It's his first 3 of the year. He was 0 for 3 from behind the arc. 10-point lead, Kansas. Biggest lead of the night.
Now the Jayhawks in his own defense. It'll be a matchup. They'll keep a player on the ball at all times.
Horton, Nurse, Tinsley. They can't find that 3-point shot. Tinsley shovels it inside to Paul Shirley for the bucket.
And you talk about creating a pass, a little wraparound pass around the defender that time. Tinsley with the assist.
Bradford to miss. Shirley to board. Young man from Meriden doing some things for Iowa State here.
That is the best thing the Cyclones could have hoped for. An impressive basket, a quick stop at the other end, and they're right back to the offensive end.
Iowa State down by 8 and a travel. Iowa State turns it over for the 14th time tonight. We have a break with 11:28 to play. Kansas up by
8. To build the new LeSabre, we didn't just look to research numbers or test scores. We also took a good look at your family. Introducing the all-new 2000 LeSabre, re-engineered with more safety features than any other car in its class. The new 2000 LeSabre by Buick.
Be important for Paul Shirley to come out and give the Cyclones some pretty solid minutes right here.
At the high school at Jefferson West, Meriden just about 15 miles from Lawrence. Bradford, tough work, tough shot, got it, and a foul. Bradford with hard work down low, count the bucket.
And that's a great matchup, working against Stevie Johnson of Iowa State right there. Johnson stepping out, taking him on. A little pump fake by Bradford, able to step inside, slide around the defender. His touch on the glass, very good in close to the basket. And he'll have a free throw.
Bradford has 8. Tinsley comes out of the game for Iowa State now. Brandon Hawkins in the lineup. Nick Bradford to the line.
Interesting numbers for Bradford this year. He leads the Jayhawks in assists, also leads them in steals. See what he's done here tonight.
6'7" forward, almost a point forward. Kentrell Horton now has blood on the elbow and has to come over to be tended to. The officials over to take a look. If they can't get it stopped in a hurry, they'll have to take him out of the ball game.
Cantrell Horton doesn't leave the floor very often, averaging 37 minutes per ball game in conference play.
Well, he's one of the three-point shooting threats that they have, and they need him if they're going to make a comeback here. He's a 48% shooter from three-point range for Iowa State. And now Jamal Tinsley's going to come back in the game. They're going to keep Cantrell Horton over on the side. They were working in a hurry to patch that up. The rule is that the blood has to be stopped. If it's on the uniform, it has to be changed. Now what do we get? Oh, you know what? The clock hadn't moved since Tinsley came out, so he can't come back in. The clock had not ticked, so Tinsley has to come back out of the game. Now they'll have to take a timeout to get Horton back in. The official, John Higgins, over there trying to get it straightened out at the Iowa State bench. Now they're going to put Pfizer back in. Tinsley can't come in. The clock hadn't ticked, and they're taking Horton out because of the blood. So Marcus Pfizer's rest was not of any great length. It wasn't going to be anyway.
The scorer's table came up with that, Fred, knowing that those substitutions had been made and no time had gone off the clock, helping out the officials there.
Well, Pfizer got a little rest without the clock ticking. That's a break for Iowa State. Bradford's free throw good. He has 11. Big three-point play. Kansas up by 11. Biggest lead of the night.
Playing on the road right now, Iowa State needs a solid possession. They'll look in at a Kansas zone, the 1-3-1 zone this time down.
You see the crowd rising here in Allen Fieldhouse. The KU fans urging the defense on. It's been great all night. Shirley, Brandon Hawkins, Pfizer away from the basket, moving on Drew Gooden, spinning the baseline off the side of the board, and boarded by Gooden for Kansas. Boshi moving it up.
You get the feeling Kansas spent a little time over the last couple days preparing for Marcus Pfizer.
Boy, he has just had to work for what little he's been able to get here tonight. He has 7 points right now. Boshi, tough shot on the baseline, won't fall. Pfizer with a tough board. His 7th rebound of the night.
Everything has been contested here tonight, whether it be a shot, a rebound, or even a pass.
Look at Pfizer in the lane, got his own tip up and in.
And that is some strength right there. Getting it into the lane, getting that first shot, fighting off people to get the rebound.
9 points Pfizer, 9-point lead Kansas.
Chenoweth working against Shirley inside.
Oh, good bucket. Nice put by Eric Chenoweth, and he has a half a dozen.
And I think that aggressiveness inside is exactly what the Jayhawks are looking for the big guy right here. A little bit passive early in the season, got him out of the starting lineup and over on that KU bench, but he's played well here this evening against Iowa State. Played well against them earlier this year. Got 16 points, 4 rebounds, and a half a dozen blocks, and that ball game played at Ames.
Johnson, Brandon Hawkins trying to move by Boshi Camp. Pfizer in the corner, 12 on the shot clock. Gooden slaps it away. And saved by Nurse. They have 7 on the shot clock. Michael Nurse might pull up and fire it. He will, and he couldn't knock it down. And Brandon Hawkins runs it down. Iowa State will get another chance. They're down by 11 with 9:19 to play.
Iowa State gets pretty good rebound numbers out of their guards. Tinsley averages about 5 a game. Nurse about 3 a game, and Horton has 4. Continues to play their zone defense.
There's Pfizer, nice catch down inside, and he slams it home. He has 11 points.
And Paul Shirley on the entry pass. Again, Pfizer doing a good job of moving without the ball. The Cyclones move it from side to side. Shirley had a pretty good angle.
Gooden for 3. Won't fall. Shirley had a board, and the scramble is on. Nurse has it on up court. Brandon Hawkins is going to try it with the left hand, and he got it.
Iowa State instant numbers that time, headed to the offensive end. They broke quickly from the basket on the defensive end.
They're back within 7 with 8:29 to play. Nick Bradford against Stevie Johnson. Screen on Johnson. Bradford to the bucket.
Bradford never picked up his dribble. Nobody on the Cyclone end ever rotated over defensively to take away the baseline.
Bradford got a good pick, took advantage of it. 8:11 to play. Kansas by 9.
The Jayhawks continue to play the 1-3-1 zone.
Interesting move, and it's working, and Iowa State's going to take a timeout. They're not attacking it very well. Larry Eustace wants to talk about it with 8:05 to play. His team down by 9 and still having a hard time getting good looks, but still playing very, very, very hard.
Well, the key to this ballgame defensively for Kansas is the defense against Marcus Pfizer. Two players track him wherever he goes. He's trying to spin away from the double team pressure. Drew Gooden with the initial coverage. And a tough shooting angle for Pfizer right there along the baseline.
He's hit 5 out of 13 shots in this game. 3 of them have been dunks. 11 points tonight, leading the conference scoring with 21-point-a-game average. Boy, they have made him work. Let's get an update from Austin. Texas up by 8 in the second half over Oklahoma State. There are 9 minutes left in that one. Oklahoma State has enough firepower to come back if they can just get it going down there. Looks like that game has been a lot like this one. Now we have whistleblowing. There's some perspiration or something on the floor over in front of the Iowa State bench. The bench pointed it out.
Well, it's so noisy in this building. When teams get their timeouts, they come well off of their team bench to get out on the floor so they can just talk about things a little bit.
They're going to, I think, put some time back on the clock here. Larry Stacey talking to one of the officials over there, Bobby Hunt. He's going to the scorer's table. 3 seconds ran off the clock when they brought the ball in bounds, and then they stopped the clock to clean up the floor over there. Now they've reset it to 8:05, and here we go. For some reason, we don't go. Now they got the shot clock back at 20, and now here.
Same. The Jayhawks stay in that zone defense. Been able to do that tonight and still not give up the long-range shot.
Michael Nurse can't get the shot down.
To get that shot, they've got to get a step out beyond their range.
He is 1 for 7 Nurses now from 3-point range tonight. Horton, their other great 3-point shooter, 1 for 5. Bradford to Heinrich.
Jeff Perry now into the ball game for the Jayhawks. Collison at the top of the circle.
Perry rather with the ball right there, and the Jayhawks turn it over.
Pass a little too hard for the cutting Marlon London.
15 turnovers for Kansas tonight. 14 turnovers Iowa State. With all the defensive pressure, both teams have taken care of the ball. And we have a timeout here. We're back after this message from your friends at Phillips 66, the Performance Company.
Your neighborhood Phillips 66 tour. It's your chance $1,000 of free Phillips 66 gasoline, a trip to Las Vegas, 2 free tickets to the sizzling Phillips 66 Big 12 basketball tournament, and thousands of prizes for participating Phillips 66 locations.
National Car Rental welcomes you and your family to a magical experience. The year-long Walt Disney World Millennium Celebration. And as the official car rental company of the Walt Disney World Resort, National gets you to this unforgettable celebration fast. Don't miss this momentous occasion. Let's go to the Walt Disney World Millennium Celebration with National Car Rental.
Why are business travelers choosing Sleep Inn? The well-lit grounds, the electronic locks, the walk-in showers, complimentary breakfast. Because it's a place that understands the needs of the business traveler. It's all those things. Plus the service.
Hey, knock it off.
Is incredible. If you're traveling on business, stay at Sleep Inn, in a class by itself.
Haven't been able to get much going from behind the line here tonight.
Michael Nurse with the inbounds pass. Horton deep on the right wing. They try to find shots against the Kansas zone. Shirley. Look at Pfizer working down inside.
Well, he continues to draw double team attention even when he doesn't have the ball.
Now he's going to try for a shot from outside that won't go. Paul Shirley very aggressively going after the board. And a foul on Kansas.
Marcus Pfizer now 5 for